All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are working on Unit 5 Cities and Urban Land Use. Particularly, we're doing our map activity for Brazil. So, first thing you want to do is actually bring up your maps. One thing that I have noticed with some people is that they are actually kind of giving opinions here on just kind of random stuff, like information they got from the read or whatever. These activities are supposed to be completed using your maps. So make sure you're using the information you get from your maps. Like I had people that were telling me, all the temperature is better here, the temperature is better there, when the map didn't say anything about temperature at all. So the questions are supposed to be answered using the maps. So please make sure that you are doing so, because otherwise, a lot of times you're going to get it wrong. All right. So, number one, how many states in Brazil are there where at least one fourth or 25% of the population is living in poverty? All right. So, let's look at our maps here. We have elections and dependency in Brazil. So, this one tells kind of who they voted for on this side, right? And then this shows the welfare program. So in the blue areas, you have less than 25% receive welfare, and in the red area, 25% or more receive welfare. And over here, the blue areas, they're voting for these people here, and then on the red, they're voting for these people. So what they're trying to do is they're trying to show that if like you are on if there's more welfare in an area, then they tend to vote for this group. If there's less welfare, they tend to vote for this group. All right, so that's the connection being made there. And then here you have population in poverty, 2016. So you have the percent. Let me zoom in on this so we can read it. So this is your percentage of people in poverty, right? So like the darker color here is 43.5%. Then you get to the slightly lighter color, it's 43%. Then the even slightly lighter color is 17, and the lighter color than that is 15, and then the lightest color is 20 or 12.3. And then I think this is the overall of 24.5% of people are in poverty in the entire country. So this first question asks how many states where there at least 25% of the population is living in poverty. So you're going to need to come over here and look at these numbers. So only two numbers are above 25%. It's 43.5 and 43.1%. So this dark purple and this slightly less dark purple are where you're going to get those numbers. So you need to count these countries that match that color. All right. What relationship exists between the highest areas of poverty and the highest density of population in Brazil? Why do you think this relationship exists? All right, so that doesn't show up on these two maps. They have nothing to do with density. So we need to come down and see if we can find some other maps. All right, so we have two maps here. This is your hot spot and your cold spot for poverty, and then you have your population, your density. So like if you look at density, you have a lot of density along the coast, right? That's where a lot of your people are living. There's some living down here away from it, but like if you go inland, from about the central area of the country, to further inland, there's not really a whole bunch of population there, not compared to what's over here on this side. So when we look at poverty, this section here is high poverty. There's some spots of high poverty kind of in the middle here, and then along the coast, it looks like there's low poverty. So what they want to know is what relationship exists between where you have the most people and poverty. Right. So just analyze that and then tell me like what you think. Like, is it where there's a lot of poverty? Is there a lot of people? Is it a mix? Is it the opposite? Is there, where there's a lot of people, there's not as much poverty? Things of that nature. What two regions of Brazil, well, should be are, considered a hot spot for children living in poverty? Pick two. All right. So you have the map here. What regions are you going to have poverty? Like you can also look up here for these regions. Which two regions are you going to have the most poverty in? So you can either use this map or this map, either one, but you're looking for the highest rates of poverty. What percentage of people in the northeast region of Brazil are living in poverty? So you're going to have to come up to this. That one is really easy. And that is it. This is a really short one. It's not difficult. If you have any questions, though, or concerns, please let me know, and I'll do my best to get back to you.